Hello again, everybody. This is John and Glenn with Best Price Nutrition. Today we're going to be covering the designer whey protein. We've done some other videos on whey protein. This one seems to be searched a lot and get a lot of questions. So let's run through the ingredients here really quick. Designer whey's been out for a long time. It was one of the original whey proteins. I don't think they've really changed much with it. It's a similar blend. It's whey protein concentrate is the first ingredient, followed by whey protein isolate, then hydrolyzed whey protein concentrate. So that's the whey. So it's not a whey protein isolate. And what you'll see on the side here, if you want to run through these real quick, they say what designer whey does.
Yeah, it tells you what it doesn't have. No MSG.
I don't think that's really in any whey protein.
Yeah, you really won't find it in any whey protein.
They just decide to list it.
Yeah, they just list it. No artificial flavors, no artificial colors, no aspartame, no gluten.
And most people are not using aspartame anymore, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen a protein powder sweetened with aspartame.
A few years, yeah.
No fillers.
And then no gluten as well. That's another one.
Oh yeah, it does say no gluten.
Anyone who's not adding glutamine peptides for the most part is going to be gluten-free because they use wheat gluten as the source for the glutamine peptides. So a lot of companies who have been gluten-free are just starting to list that on their ingredients label because it's been found so many people have issues with digesting gluten. So.
Okay, no fillers, no casein. This is
it's a whey protein.
It's a whey protein, so no soy protein. Again, this is a whey protein.
And that's important too, just because if you go to like Costco or Sam's Club and you'll see 100% protein on there, well, you'll turn the label over and it's usually a whey and soy blend. Mm-hmm. That's usually what you're gonna find. So
yeah, the companies that are being sold in Costco and Sam's Club, they make a special formula for them, and it's mostly soy protein.
They have to, because to reach that price point a lot of the times with those proteins, you just can't buy whey protein that cheap. I don't care how much you're buying. If you're, Costco or Sam's or any of these big companies, you have to pay a certain amount for that raw material, and soy is just cheaper. It's just what it is.
No creatine and no caffeine.
So, and that's most protein powders, unless they're advertised otherwise, are going to be that way. So, whey protein, to give you some background on it, it's very easy to digest. Most people don't have any issues with it. For the most part, the lactose is filtered out on most of them. This one here is not lactose free, at least to my knowledge. When you look, there's a little bit of sugar. I'm assuming that's from the milk sugar, because it does have some whey protein concentrate in there. That means that it's not isolated. When you get a pure whey isolate, specifically a CFM whey isolate, they're going to get all the lactose out. All the fat's going to be gone. This particular one has 2 grams of fat. It has a little bit of carbohydrates in there. Now this is pretty minimal. We only mention it because we're comparing it to other whey proteins, because that's typically the questions we get about this product. What is designer whey different? A lot of people are seeing it on Biggest Loser and stuff. So it's just a different brand of whey protein, and that's just,
I think they're, with this particular product, they're really hitting on the whole 100 calories thing.
Yeah.
And the big rage is the 100 calorie packs and things like
that's
that.
like the cookies. You buy Chips Ahoy's or Oreos and you get the 100 calorie pack. Well,
it's
eat 3 of them and you get 300 calories. So
exactly.
Just eat 2 cookies instead of 5. That's really what we're talking about.
That's all it is.
It's a shell game. We're going to say, hey, instead of a typical 40-gram scoop, we're going to give you guys a 26-gram scoop, and there's 100 calories. So, which is fine. But you can buy other ones too, and you can just use half a scoop or 3/4 of a scoop. So don't get caught up in that when somebody says there's this much calories. The same hyperbole happens on the other side of it when a protein powder marketed towards bodybuilders says it has 60 grams of protein per serving, and you turn it over and it's 2 giant scoops.
It's just a bigger scoop.
That's the extent of it, or the serving size is larger. So that's really what to get down to. There's a lot on this label. You're looking at the amino acid profile. That's typical when you see for whey. It's pretty rich in branched chain amino acids, which is good. They're very, very important. A large portion of your muscle is made of those 3 amino acids. So that's one of the great things about whey. Taste and mixing most whey proteins, and this one included, are going to be very easy to mix. You can just shake them up. They're versatile. You can make smoothies with them. You could add frozen fruit to them. A lot of people add their fiber to it, and they'll add like their essential fatty acid oil to it. That's something that we recommend a lot of the times. And another question we get is how much protein should somebody take a day? If you're an active person, the most recommendations are somewhere between 3/4 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight.
So yeah, if you're 200 pounds, you want to get about 175 to 200 grams of protein per day.
Yeah, and that's going to help you build muscle. And the more muscle you have, the more fat you burn, because muscle cells have a lot of mitochondria, which require a lot of energy. There's a metabolic cost to having muscle, so that's a good thing. And as far as when to take this, Whey proteins are really good post-workout actually, because they absorb really well. They're light on the stomach. Usually, depending upon what you've eaten up to that point, you want to have some carbohydrates with it too. So that's why, throwing some fruit in there, is going to do it. If you want to get really technical, a lot of guys like to do sugars, something to get a really good insulin spike. It just depends upon what your goals are and what you're trying to do. But you can also use this throughout the day. You can make a snack out of it.
Yeah. Now, when we say 200 grams of protein per day, it's not just from your protein
Yeah, that's
shakes.
food, everything.
It's your total protein throughout the day. So this is just. A lot of times people say, well, how many scoops should I take? How much do I know to take? Well, however much you need to get to that 200 gram goal, or however much if you're
You
100
might eat
pounds,
2 whole.
100
Yeah, you might eat 2 whole food meals. Glenn might wake up and have an omelet and some sliced fruit, and then a few hours later he might have a protein shake and some almonds, and then later on he'll have a chicken breast and a sweet potato and some kind of a green vegetable, and then he'll go work out, and then he'll drink this and throw a banana in there. The whole how many meals you eat. I mean, that's a different discussion for a different day, but that's typically how these a protein can be used. But again, Designer Whey, it's been out for a long time. That's why people know of it. There's certainly nothing wrong with it. I think if you're going to compare quality, though, I think there are whey protein isolates that are better and of better quality that you can purchase. But again, don't get too caught up in all the stuff on the label and the 100 calories and stuff. Really, it's just you properly measuring out your serving size. So they do have a nice natural flavored one, which is completely unsweetened. So some people like that because they can sweeten that up themselves. So. Did you have anything to add about this?
No, that's really about it. I mean, your typical whey protein, basically.
Yeah, and it's available in a bunch of flavors. Too many to name off the top.
It's like a natural, a French vanilla, a chocolate, a strawberry. Might be missing one there. I think a French vanilla, possibly, but
yeah, there's like 2 versions of vanilla praline and French vanilla.
That's it.
So. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to post them in the comment section of the video or on the blog. Also, you can find us on facebook.com/bestpricenutrition. Thank you.
Thank you.